Hello, hello. So, I wanted to come on here and kind of have a conversation, a discussion. I do want to hear your thoughts in the comments about the posts that people are trying to drag Miss Tabitha Brown in when she was stating, like, hey, if you are struggling in your business, if things aren't really coming together and it's been too long, you know, you owing people money, yeah, you're feeling not just discouraged, but you're actually getting beat up financially, emotionally, like in whatever way, this is your sign. Like, go get a job. You might need to go back to a 9-to-5. And I see zero things wrong with what she said. Like, there is absolutely nothing that was said that I disagree with. As an entrepreneur, okay, I made a decision probably 8 years ago to leave it wasn't a 9-to-5 position, but it was definitely a, W-2 position, to fully invest in myself, put all my eggs in my basket of myself, being in the salon for myself, right? And there have been many, many, many days that I was like, man, I really might need to clock back in. I really may need some consistent money to help push my business. The one thing that stopped me, well, let me say two things. Two things stopped me from doing it. The first thing that stopped me was I have support from my family. So if I needed to move back home right now, today, as uncomfy as it would make me, as deflated as my ego would be, I have that option, right? And then the second thing that really prevents me from doing that is every time I think I need to do it, I make it through that week. So I'm not a gambling person, although I did play for the 1.8 billion Powerball. I'm not a gambling person. But here's a real life story. So last week around this time, I was looking at my schedule in my booking link, and I realized I had, I think, 5 appointments for the week, for my entire work week. I had 5 appointments. I normally have 5 to 7 appointments a day. So please understand this. So please hear this very, very clearly. On Monday, last week Monday, when I looked at my schedule, I had 5 appointments for the week. On a full day of work, I have 5 to 7 appointments a day. On my half days, I have 2 to 3 depending on what services they're getting. Could be 1 if it's a big service. So in my business, on every day, I have a total that I would like to make for the day. I was short on that total every single day this week or last week. And not short like $10 or $15. Short for the week by like the thousands, okay? So please understand that. Last week was a week that I was like, that 9-to-5 is looking very consistent. That 9-to-5 is looking like I could make a plan with my life. That 9-to-5 is looking like, I could go on a trip. That 9-to-5 was looking very, very appealing. And then I had to start thinking about it like, well, dang, when's the last time I even had a resume? So that was very daunting to me. Like, well, who gonna help me with my resume? I don't know. And then that's a service that I need to have money for, right? So I started having all these thoughts. And every single day that I thought I was gonna have nothing, somebody would inquire, somebody would book, somebody would come in for a small service, and we were able, once we went through the consultation, we realized, okay, they needed more and they were willing to pay whatever that took to get the result that they wanted. And I was able to not make my week. I did not make my week, but I definitely didn't leave last week feeling like I should get a 9 to 5. I say that to say, if you are in a position where you are starting a business and every single week it's just deficit, you're borrowing money from your friends, you're taking out small loans, you're borrowing money against your business, even if you even set up that way to do it, you have no more savings, you have nowhere else to turn, you're about to make some horrible decisions like going to payday cash advances or opening another credit card and stuff like that. First off, in this economy, with the uneasiness of what's going on politically, loans should be the last thing you're trying to do. Making more money, consistent money, is what you should be doing. So, 2 things I want to end this video with. As an entrepreneur, we do get a little bit of inflated ego, like I could kind of come and go as I please. I'm on my own schedule. I could do this, I could do that. However, there needs to be a reality to that of, I am not a successful business owner. I just own a business. My business is not making profit. I am not running my business as a business. I don't have an actual LLC. I don't have a corporation. I can't pay anybody. I could barely pay myself. I'm commingling funds. Those are all starting points of a business. But sometimes those starting points keep you humble. They should let you know, well, hey, let me hang on to this 9 to 5 until I can be a fully functioning business. Do not let your ego be so big that you don't know when to hold, fold, walk away, and run. Okay? So definitely, as an entrepreneur, do not let yourself go under because you think there is a shame in getting a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 can be used for many different things, and stability is number 1. Consistent paycheck is number 1. Most millionaires become millionaires with their source of income as the main investor in their business. Your source of income can be your 9 to 5. It should not be loans. It should not be your family. It should not be your friends. It should be your source of income. If people want to invest in your business, that's great, but investors want a return on their investment. After a while, when they don't get that, they're coming for their money. So either way, you still need the money. You need the capital. And the second thing I want to end this video with is, if you were an entrepreneur and you had a week like I did, okay, a week like we didn't hit all the goals, but we broke even. We're not in a deficit. A 9 to 5 may not be what you need to do, okay? A 9 to 5 may be maybe in the back of your mind, but what you may need to do is go find a free webinar on marketing. Do one of those monthly marketing challenges and see if it ups clientele, see if it ups business. You may need to go old school, start knocking on doors, doing some cold calling. It may be time to get you out of your box, not necessarily get you out of your business, okay? So this is an encouragement for myself, who was about this close to getting a 9 to 5 last week. I mean, literally, I'm talking to clients like, so who you know anybody who does resumes? Like, I'm very serious because I had some very trying weeks these past couple weeks, but last week almost took me out. But we're still here. We are still open. I am busier in the next few weeks. So yeah, Tabitha Brown, I don't know if she will ever see this, but I think it is extremely, extremely important to know when to hold, fold, walk away, and run. And I think those are valuable points in your entrepreneurship that could either save the business you're trying to grow or completely take you out altogether. Hope this made some sense to you guys. Have an amazing day. Bye.